Okay, so you know those spaces where the floors and the walls and even the built-ins, they all look like they're made from kind of one continuous material. So there's no grout lines, there's no transitions. It's just kind of one smooth sculpted surface. So that can be achieved with a product called Microcement. So here's how we're gonna break this down, because pretty much all the videos I watched before I installed Microcement in our studio and in our house, kind of assumed you already knew a lot about the material itself and just jumped into the how-to. So hopefully this is more of a big picture view to help you decide if it's right for your project. And we'll start with why you would use it. Then we'll look at what it is, so what's kind of actually in the mix and how it behaves. After that, I'll show you where I got it and the main options you'll see there. Then we'll look at color and finish choices, because that can really change how the kind of the whole character of the material. And then I'll walk through some of the application tips and some things that I learned the hard way doing it myself. And finally, I'll talk about the maintenance and kind of long-term performance of it. So let's start with why you'd use it. If you like the look of concrete floors or kind of that seamless Mediterranean plaster kind of feel where the floors and walls and built-ins kind of all flow into each other that I mentioned earlier, Microcement might be for you. So it's minimal, durable, waterproof, it's easy to clean, it can work almost anywhere. So floors, walls, countertops, stairs, you can put it over tile. So a super friendly material to work with. It's monolithic, minimal, no grout lines like I mentioned. So it's the look of concrete, but without kind of the thickness and weight. You know, I think concrete in general feels pretty timeless to me and modern, especially when you combine it with kind of materials that warm it up. And so this is basically in that same vein. So what is it? Microcement is basically cement with these polymers added that keep it super flexible and crack resistant, even applied at very thin layers. So instead of pouring a heavy slab of concrete, you're only going to build this up like 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more. And so it's been used for a long time in Europe, but it seems to be catching on now more in the States. So where do you get it? There are pre-mixed options from different companies that come kind of in buckets, ready to use. I haven't used those myself, so I can't speak to them. I used Surecrete, and I found that from an online store called Concrete Exchange. Side note, Concrete Exchange was really helpful answering my questions. I have no affiliation with them, but I wouldn't hesitate to reach out if you have questions about their products. They were very responsive.